Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
I've got a treat for you. We're going somewhere special where you can make toast and meditate with your eyes open. Hi, I'm Caria Watt. I'm a communication specialist, speaker and writer, and I'm here to be your digital coach where I give you guidance on how to communicate better in your career and relationships, or on anything you want to ask me. Because communication is my thing, I want to see you become a better communicator, no matter where you are in the world, how old you are, or what you do for a living. Now, if you're new to my podcast, please subscribe to encourage that I'm actually making a positive influence. And if you're not new and haven't subscribed, come on now, what are you doing? Can you help a girl out? Imagine trying to make toast with unsliced bread when you're rushing around in the mornings getting ready for work, having to cut the bread into slices for the toaster. I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, cutting bread is a nightmare. I can't seem to cut the slices equally. This means that sometimes half a chunk of bread is hanging out uncooked, so you end up only with half a slice. I often have to cut 2 or 3 pieces before one slice will actually fit. Then there's having to deal with the cleaning up of the breadcrumbs before rushing out the door for work. My point is that as humans, we're becoming ever increasingly busy, and with such demanding lives, we often forget to stop and think before we speak. I mean, have you noticed that our communication channels have become emotionally void? As we share our private lives over social media, we post the most intimate details about the way we think, feel, or what we're up to. And this is where we should be really aware of how we speak to people in the real world. I know I've been in a rush and thought I was being rational. I've often delivered a message without thinking about the dire consequences. Now, when I talk about consequences, I'm referring to how the other person receives the message. Communication is all about a two-way connection, right? It's not a one-way message. So it really depends on the receiver's frame of mind, as well as you being the sender, your frame of mind. So what you're feeling, thinking, and what just happened in your life all depends on how well you give or receive a message. This is where it becomes tricky. Why? Because words have vibrations. It's true, the words we speak can often affect a person as easily as a child playing with a toy. It may be my truth at the point of time when I deliver the message, but it also depends on the perception of the receiving end. Recently, I delivered a simple message to a work colleague without thinking about it. My message was, "The boss wants to see you immediately." The person on the other end saw me as a bitter, brittle, harsh, aggressive, unloving, unkind, inconsiderate, and downright rude person, and they freaked out. To be honest, I was in a rush. I thought the other person would know me by now, so I shortened my sentence, as we often do with close friends. But this was work, and I didn't think about the receiver's feelings at all or understand their position. What I should have said is, "The boss wondered if you were free for a quick catch-up." See how this would have been better? How would I receive such a message? Well, I would have freaked out, thinking the worst, like, oh my God, the boss wants to see me. What have I done wrong? Have I done something wrong? Did I hand in that project? All sorts of thoughts would go through your mind. I'm Caria Watt. I'm a communication specialist, speaker and writer, and I'm here to be your digital coach where I give you guidance on how to communicate better in your career and relationships. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe for some good vibes and because it's free. No one likes to be the bad person, do they? Even when you have to deliver a tough message. My perception is that it's a terrible trait to be a harsh person if it isn't in your character, unless it's part of your job. I mean, everyone expects a commander of the armed forces to be harsh because they often have to make tough decisions. No one tolerates a communication specialist, a meditation teacher, a priest, or a mother to be harsh, do they? And if we're totally in our heart center, when you reach down into the core of this, you will naturally feel terrible being this way. The worst thing about communicating this way is when you realize you've lost friends. And I've done this without considering some of my friends' feelings or how that person would be affected by my words, even though at the time I spoke my truth. It was a way I delivered the message that was harsh. Words have such depth. They can dig deep or raise a person's emotion. The reason I lost my friend is I offered an opinion that wasn't asked for, and in doing so, I lost a dear friend of 25 years by the pure action of speaking out. Not only did I lose her, but also her husband, 2 children, her sister, her mum, and other friends by association. It cost me dearly and was the hardest breakup I've had. I lost my best friend and sister all rolled into one. All because I didn't think before I spoke, because I was rushing, because I was in a slightly angry space, all because I was tired, stressed, and definitely out of my heart center. I could stand here today and make up excuses for my actions, but that would be boring. We all go through life's ups and downs. At some point in our lives, we feel stressed, tired, anxious, worried. Sometimes we feel resentment and bitter, especially when we're feeling overwhelmed. But this doesn't excuse our behaviour at all. So when losing my friendship, it led me to think about how I could ease my mind and stop all the nonsense of stress and anxiety and taking it out on other people. Through meditation, the brain calms down because your reactive time slows down. Your heart, blood and breath all slow down in a musical rhythm that is quite divine. That's when I returned to meditation and started to work towards a technique to help my coaching clients, like me, who are time poor, that have a stressful job, who can focus on it without spending too much time on it. I've called this technique I Can. Everyone comes up with excuses such, I can't do that, I have no time for this. But with these simple words, I can, you instantly give yourself permission, communicating to your brain and body that you can and it's easy. This is how it goes. I can, I will, I choose, I achieve, I focus, I share, I love, I am this. Great words, aren't they? Let's see how positive you feel when you say them. Here, try it with me now. Just repeat after me. I can, I will, I choose, I achieve, I focus, I share, I love, I am this. Feel the difference? I can sense a smile on you already as these words have raised your vibration without you even knowing it. You've said the words to a mantra of meditation with your eyes open. Now how easy is that? Through this simple mantra, we can connect with each other and through an eyes-open meditation to alleviate stress, get rid of the I can'ts into achievable, simple moments. It not only raises your vibration into a more humane, kind and compassionate human being, but it also makes you smile. And I don't know about you, but I would love to see the world full of smiles, even if it's just for one day. When I remain in my heart center through the practice of this I Can meditation, I'm able to have maximum expression of excellence, and through this, teach others. This is where my words become divine for people to hear, learn and share. And this excites me. And everyone I meet or have an interaction with will catch the smile on my face and hopefully spreading it so the world becomes a better place. Because meditation equals compassion, which in turn spreads the love like jam on toast. Now you have to admit meditation is slightly better than sliced bread in the mornings, right? With this small meditation practice, we can infinitely change the world by shifting the way in which we communicate with others and ourselves internally. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe for some good vibes and because it's free. Give this away, share it with friends or colleagues who could use a little help. Give it to them because they can listen to it privately and it may significantly change the outcome of their lives. See you next time because communication is my thing and now it's your thing. Well, I hope it's your thing. I hope it becomes your thing. Is it your thing?
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.